I'm gonna push to talk.
I'm Samara Sullivan. I am the one running. I just went brain dead.
Happens to the best of us.
So beyond me running, I know I have my husband here who is helping me run, as helping with some of the NPC load. So he can introduce himself now. Hold on. Nathan, love, you're muted.
And that literally happens to everyone.
Yep. Tech issues, the one equalizer.
Let me make sure.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry about that. Change settings. I didn't realize. Yes, I'm Nathan, or Mr. Magic Hat. And where my lovely wife is the game master, I like to consider myself the game troll. I will be helping with the NPCs and monsters. So it is pretty much my entire job to cause strife and mischief, and I'm very excited.
Wonderful. Speaking of losing control of settings, my microphone had updated earlier this week, and even though I was staring directly at the OBS, I only just realized that it wasn't picking up any of my audio. So nobody heard any of that introduction that I made, and this happens quite often. I love these Blue Yetis that we have, but I kid you not, every time it does an update, it just removes the existing settings on both Discord and OBS. It is a serious hardware or a software flaw on whatever program they have that does these auto updates, and I hate it. So, HelloFresh, please don't hate me because I did a long, wonderful spiel praising how great HelloFresh is a moment ago, and for the sake of my own sanity and having our show start, I'm just gonna give them the quick and dirty version of it. HelloFresh is pretty great. You get your first box 70% off and free shipping if you use the code POGHF12810. That's POGHF12810 for 70% off and free shipping. Shay and I love it. We've eaten it. We ordered a box, and it's all been really great food. I will do more shilling at the break. But much apologies. Everybody else was heard, so we can continue on to other people. I'm Rindus, of course. I am playing Alexandrite, Avaricia, Wraith, our emotion vampire, and influencer. So that's me. We can not worry about my introduction and move on to someone else.
Okay. I am Chris. I play Richard Weber, a completely ordinary student. Nothing weird about him whatsoever. Ignore his giant Stephen King collection and the way that his eyes dart to the corners anytime he sees any sort of shadow. And his fondness for salt. So I'll pass on to Sharptooth.
Hello, everyone. I am Sharptooth. I actually did like the introduction to HelloFresh. That did sound really good. I'm going to be playing Justin Thought. He has an affinity for Earth magic and specializes more in that. He is extremely smart to a fault. So I guess I'll pass it over to Dougler.
Hello, everybody. I am Dougler93. Yeah. I am playing Derek Williams, a minor talent and a law major.
Somebody's echoing back.
I think it's Sharptooth.
Is it me?
Yeah, we bet. But I think you're good now?
Okay, well, like I said, I'm working on laptop speakers, so we'll figure it out.
Anyways, I'm playing Derek Williams, minor talent with Cassandra's Tears, and a law major. I will pass it over to Shay.
Hello, everyone. I'm Shay, or Shay the Fae. And today I am going to be playing May Fond Keeley, the half pixie changeling. Then I will throw the baton backwards without looking, so somebody else can catch it.
I
We're
believe
ready to start.
on except Rin already went, so I think that's everybody. Unless the bot needs to introduce itself.
The
And the role of
I
music
like
bot
that
will be
pretty
played by Calculon.
Or piano.
I am kind of digging that vibe, this vibe.
Yeah.
It was a really good Lopi choice.
Yes.
Great vibe to straddle too.
You know what? I feel like I can credit the music person while I'm here, or I would if I hadn't closed the Bandcamp. One sec. I'll give them credit because they deserve it. Because this is pretty bumping. I do like it.
Very much so.
All right. Let's see here. History. Where did I? There we go. Okay, so this is called Real Simple. Food out of my mouth. Real Simple by Armand Arnau. Armand Arnau. Thank you. This is really great.
Thank you, Armand, and now.
Yep.
Many thanks.
I will hand the baton back to Samara, our wonderful
All right.
GM.
So, where we last left off, Dugler was getting hit upside the head.
I was getting black bagged.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right, black bag. Or steamingly black bag.
And was having Cassandra's Tears, if I remember correctly.
Well, he had a vision and then he's starting to get attacked.
Ah.
Okay. So, not that one. But, so would you like to make a roll?
I would. If I remember correctly, I was outside my dorm room.
You are right outside your dorm room in the hall.
So I'm gonna try to boot off the door as hard as I can, and I want to use that loud noise to try to get attention.
Okay.
So presence would be the one, I guess.
So
That would be more like a might or an athletics.
Well, if I was trying to get out of it, wouldn't it be might or athletic? But if I'm trying to grab attention, shouldn't it be some social skill?
It's
you're doing
still
a physical action.
Hmm.
So with fate, it's very common to use a social or physical or mental action interchangeably. So like you might be doing a physical action to achieve a social or mental result.
Mhm.
So you are trying to hit the door.
Yeah, essentially make a loud noise with it, and hopefully make me harder to keep on to.
So athletics would work for that. You could even argue fists if you really wanted to.
DM.
You could argue might.
At this point, and this is also to kind of help so that you all understand kind of how the rules and how these contests go. It's not going to be quite as rigid as some other games like Dungeons and Dragons or something with the strict rulings. These are kind of just the contest of you're trying to do a thing and your opponent is trying to do a thing roughly at the same time. And with that, you can always call aspects against your opponents. So at this point, the opposition would like to call the aspect of blind. He's not exactly sure where that wall is that he's trying to kick. He's kind of flailing out with a hood over his head.
Correct. So first, let's figure out what he wants to roll.
I'll say fists
Okay.
or foot fist
So you're
case.
rolling fists at a -1.
So that brings it down to mediocre. And let's see how that goes. Ooh, that's 0.
Okay. So you would not hit the difficulty.
What is the difficulty?
The difficulty is a 2 because it is a new environment for you. You have not been in your dorm for more than a day. So you don't exactly know where everything is. If you were to say do that same maneuver in the same dorm 3 months from now in game, it would be a lower difficulty.
Could I use a fate point to tag aspect?
You can. What aspect would you like to use?
I think follow your heart would be the best one currently.
Okay. So would you like to re-roll or would you like to add?
I like to add 2.
Okay. So adding 2, you do meet the difficulty to hit the door. I would like you to make a defensive action. What defensive action would you like to take?
Since I am blind, I can't really dodge, so I guess endurance would probably be the best thing. So that's not really sight. And let's see how we go. 3.
3. That's a... So the opponent got a 6.
Ooh,
And
that's a 3 change then.
to drive the point home, you are also... How many drinks did you have at that party?
Sodas and coffee.
Sodas and coffee? Okay.
Epilepsy medicine does not go well with alcohol.
Okay. So you did, however, have several visions, and you're blind. So you're still blind. You're disoriented from having so many strong visions. And we'll go with that. So you do have 2 aspects on you, which give them, because they are calling them for their benefit, 2 + 1. So that shift of 3 just went up to 5. So they are trying to lift you up, and you feel moist.
Ew.
What?
That is a way
You
to feel
feel
sometimes.
moist. You feel not just moist in general, but like moist tendrils.
Okay.
You feel something moist and wet pressing against your body. You feel the warmth of your attacker bringing you in close.
You're like a hug.
Okay, so
So, how many stresses do you have for physical?
I have 3 stresses for physical,
Okay.
but could
So,
I take
you
a
just so you know, at this point, because you did take a stress shift difference of 5, that does go beyond your physical and into consequences.
yes.
So at that point, that's going to be a minor consequence. We will go with crushed. So whatever this is, it's currently crushing down upon your body. You are feeling pinned by it.
I just see mild, moderate, or severe.
So this
this
would be a
one is
minor consequence
minor, yeah. Mild.
or mild consequence. Because mild consequence is 2 consequences. So
Yeah.
that's going to soak that additional. So it's going to be 1 mild consequence that we're going to call crushed.
Okay, then I just mark off the 3 physical slots I have.
So it's mild consequence cancels out 2 stress.
Yeah, so basically that you have that consequence, and you can mark your third. Because here's the thing: you do not mark all of your stress boxes. You only mark that third stress. That means if something only does 1 or 2 points of stress to you, you still have those boxes open. But if something did 3 points of stress to you again, then it would be another consequence.
So this
Okay.
was
So you have your mild consequence and just mark your third stress box.
Okay, that's good.
Oh,
And
did
then-
we,
Those consequences are something that your opponent can call in the future.
Mhm. At this point, I'm going to try to at least get the hood off myself. Well, hopefully hood off.
so what would you like to roll to do that? So that could be for example, you are currently feeling crushed. So it feels like you're in a tight space.
I think it'd have to be might, because I can't use fists or anything else they have there, so
You could do might or you could do athletics.
either way, they're both mediocre.
Okay.
got this.
3.
3? Okay.
Yes.
Would you like to add anything?
What is the difficulty?
4.
follow your heart again.
So here's one I will recommend, just to give you an idea. Now, you could use fate points, of course, but environmental aspects are it, but also personal aspects. The aspects being called on you, you can actually even use if you can argue it the other way. You can argue the adrenaline rush of being surprised like this. You could call surprised yourself that adrenaline rush is giving you that extra urgency to really thrash and fight this hood off.
Yeah, I'd love to do that one then, because that one
Okay.
wouldn't take a fate point then.
That would not take a fate point. That is accurate.
That is going to be what I want to help you guys kind of learn. Calling aspects is a huge part of this game. That's what makes the difference in a lot of these. So keep those aspects in mind.
And once again, as I mentioned during pregame, while I'm technically the storyteller, I'm developing the plot. You guys get to develop the environment. You guys also get to help to develop the story. So that's why you guys have the agency to call different aspects.
Okay, so that's calling surprise and the adrenaline rush that comes with it. I got 4 then.
Correct. So you do manage to get the bag off of your head. What you see is what looks to be the inside of someone's chest cavity, but this chest cavity is 4 foot, and the ribs surrounding you are moist tendrils of bone.
Gross.
This thing that has you stands at almost 7 feet tall. Most of it is torso. And you can't get a great look at it at the moment because it does have you. But essentially, it's not just with the 2 arms wrapping around. Its entire torso has opened up into a giant maw that is currently trying to consume you.
Okay. Guess as I managed to get the hood off, I can't do anything else this round.
Right now, it has you, so it's less of a round right now, and more, it has you in its torso. It does not feel like it needs to take another action right now.
Don't suppose I see tonsils or anything like that.
No, you are like in a chest cavity, which is like
A flesh
like-
barrel.
yes.
It is going to try to finish consuming you. What are you doing to try to stop it?
Are both my arms inside it, or is it just...
So right now, the way that it has you is, think like, have you ever seen those like egg chairs?
Yes.
So you're like sitting on the bottom, and it's trying to pull you in. So right now you're kind of like, your torso's in it, but your legs are kind of hanging out. And it's moving to grab your legs and kind of lift you into a fetal position and like pull you into its chest.
Its apparent goal is swallowing you whole.
And I try to stomp on its knee to knock it on balance and hopefully surprise enough to wiggle out.
So you're trying to stomp on its knee from
Yes.
your angle. So I'm going to go ahead and call awkward angle. Would you
So
like
at
to roll?
this point, it's going to be a contested roll now. So you're going to roll to try and stomp and get free, while it's rolling, calling awkward angle, calling crushed, to finish swallowing you whole. So both of you are now going to roll, and this is where the contest is going to be, to see who's achieving their goals.
Okay, could I also call... Actually, this is kind of terrifying because it's trying to eat me,
Yes.
and I don't want to be eaten.
Terror's a tool.
Yeah, panic flailing, guess we should call it.
Okay. I
And
will
I'll...
let you know it's gotten a 7.
I mean, it's fair. I'm sure all of us have had that unfortunate experience of trying to eat something whole as it flails. It really makes the process difficult.
So that's a 1. I kind of want to just re-roll everything. So, fate point to re-roll with follow your heart, just cause.
Okay.
So that would be a 4.
Right.
And Outlawed by Dracula wouldn't help me. Neither
No.
would. I really should have took some physical stunts.
Okay, so it's going to do 4 stress, and it's going to aim for knocking you out because you will be taking another minor consequence. Well, technically, crushed is changing to knocked out, so
Okay.
Yeah, you now have the moderate consequence of unconscious.
no, it'd still be minor.
Or minor consequence of unconscious? Okay.
Crushed is becoming minor, but I'm letting him basically get the benefit for it.
So this thing, it caught you unaware, and this is clearly what it's good at. And you're realizing you're thrashing, but it does have you. And just as the maw begins to close, the last thing you see is that vision you had. An angel fighting a demon. And what you see in front of you is almost that very vision again. Flaming sword, brilliant wings. You see an angel in front of you as the darkness takes you.
Okay.
You wake up. It's morning. You're in your bed.
I'm gonna panic look around because what the fuck?
Hey, don't get up too fast. You got jumped last night, man. Are you okay?
You recognize your roommate, who made a very swift appearance before he had to run out to do something.
Yeah,
You heard like thrashing or something last night, man. I came out and some dude jumped you. Are you good?
I think so. Just kind of gonna feel around, like if anything's broken.
Nothing's broken.
By this point, you have had enough time to recover. You are able to remove that consequence.
Yay. Is the stress removed as well?
Yes.
Okay.
It appears that your roommate helped tend to your wounds, helped you out.
It was nothing more than maybe some minor bruising. It wasn't even that major. Except, you getting knocked out.
Yeah, and so I don't believe for a second that it was just some dude. And I don't believe they just saw some dude either. Is there a sense motive equivalent?
So, sense motive equivalent would probably be. You're trying to sense the motive of your roommate?
Like, is he just lying to me at the moment?
So that would probably be a rapport. Or investigation could also work from that.
If
Or
you can justify, one of your social skills, you could probably use one of
empathy,
those.
investigation, rapport, or any other like, for example, you could use deceit if you could argue you are so good at deceit, you recognize when other people are being deceitful.
I think
But
I'll just go with investigation.
okay,
Because it'd be the same as deceit, and everything else is just, well, crap baskets. That's 0 successes.
0.
Yep.
Give me a second. What skill did you want to use, husband?
Well, he's definitely being honest.
Uh-huh.
So he is going to use, his honesty. Give me just one moment.
And honesty that starts with a D.
You can be honest and deceptive at the same time.
Okay, there it is.
Be honest. Be honest, that's where we go.
Nah, he's just dissing you.
You definitely saw something. And what you saw cannot be explained by a mugging. And what he's describing is not what happened. You know that. But you don't have the greatest read on him. And he's just like, listen, I get it. I've had bad stuff happen to me before too. And that was probably the scariest thing that's ever happened to you. And when you have that fear, you have that adrenaline.
You're just gonna hold up 2 fingers. It's like, second.
Second.
Did you have like a yellow bat or something going after them?
I just came out and you got lucky, man. I shouted and they ran.
Well, guess I'll have to keep my eyes open around campus.
Keep your eyes out, but maybe don't report this.
Why not?
You got racked pretty hard, right? Have you seen the security on this campus? Do you really think they could handle a big guy like that?
No, but I'm pretty sure someone else could.
Maybe someone else, but maybe that someone else isn't like a cop.
Derek's gonna raise an eyebrow to him because, like, law major. She knows the procedure. Go to the cops. Make an incident report. But he also knows magical
Join the cops
fuckery.
and help you with a bunch of black court, so.
Yeah. Just gonna straight out ask you, did you have a flaming sword last night?
Oh, what?
A flaming sword with a barrel-chested flesh monster.
You got me.
Have you seen God?
You were in a horror movie where a giant monster was going to eat you. But luckily, I had my flaming sword. And
Let's tell you what I saw.
slayed it. Maybe late night horror movies is not your thing?
No.
Monsters aren't real, man.
Okay.
All right.
They're going to run to the dorm shower.
And on that, let's check in with the others. Let's do Maeve and Alexandre.
It says monsters aren't real, and then suddenly the vampire and the fairy sneeze.
Yeah, exactly.
So you guys got home, uneventful. You managed to go to sleep. I'm sure you got in some pre-sleep influencer stuff.
Oh, definitely.
And it is now morning.
Alexandrite is taking their just woke up like this pictures.
Okay.
It's a lot of
Like-
definitely didn't wake up like that, but there's a ring light positioned over the bed, and the makeup
Right.
is of course perfectly on already, and they're just kind of taking a few selfie poses.
When the messages are post up, just woke up like this. I look at my phone. And I look at her. I look back at the phone. Doesn't look anything like how you woke up.
Nonsense. This is how I always look. And to say otherwise would be a bold lie.
Sure. Alright. I'm going to get something to eat, and I'm going to take a bath. Shower. Whatever they have here.
It's going to be a shower. They definitely don't pay for bathtubs for college dorms as much as I would love a good soak. Did you bring flip-flops? Because they come through and clean very rarely.
I did.
Good. You don't want to get any of that on your toes. Or maybe you do. I don't know how you people handle cleanliness.
I feel like since being warned about the division yesterday, yesterday before going to bed, would I have been able to like set up like a little bone chime in front of the door?
Okay.
So I collect my things and I open the door and let the bones rattle.
There is a note kind of underneath your door.
Oh, what's this? it up and read it.
It is a dinner invitation for you and your roommate.
Fans already.
Fans already.
Wonderful.
Who sent the invitation?
It is signed with a sorority name. Pi Zeta.
Hi, Zeta.
Hi, Zeta.
Yeah. Knowledge roll on Pi Zeta.
Let's see what you get.
I don't have lore, so it's just gonna be a basic roll because I am basic.
So you could do something like scholarship or investigation as well.
I don't have those either.
Yeah.
I'm not a smart character. I'm a beautiful character. Rolling. Here we go. -2. Wow, they sound amazing. Sororities mean prestige, which means they definitely don't have ugly sororities. Let's go.
So, like I said, it is a dinner invitation. So it is planned for you guys to go to a dinner.
Can I roll lore to see if there's any like hidden symbols? Like, oh, this is a place for these people again,
Yes, you
or
can.
for other worlds. Right.
Look at you go.
Very good. So, the difficulty was 2, and you see symbols of different. So, like like how it has a header, and then the header has like a pretty decoration. There's a bunch of like supernatural symbols hidden in that, indicating that it's probably a sorority that's got some connections to the supernatural.
Well, at least some of them, water members, have some connection to our worlds.
Oh, well, that's even better. It's a better chance to establish ourselves, and people will better remember that you're here, and they'll know that I'm somebody important. Getting an invitation to a sorority this quickly, they usually only scout people after a couple weeks, but we've gotten it. We've only been here 2 days. I must have made an impression at the bar. Surely.
Or your name did.
Exactly.
All right. So, Maeve, you are heading towards the showers.
Yes.
And Alexandra, what are you doing?
She's gonna go too, because even if she put on some quick makeup and filters, she still has to actually get clean.
And then let's check Chris and Brian.
Morning.
Morning.
Go ahead.
I look like I slept about 4 hours. I always look like I slept about, if that.
Okay.
I have a coffee on if there's any place in the room to make one. Even if I had to like push things aside to cook up a hot plate.
Yeah, you can easily have
And
like an electric kettle in your room or something.
I am on my third.
And Justin.
I'm gonna roll resources to have a good nice cup of coffee.
Okay. So you like had it delivered or something with DoorDash?
No, to actually do a good cup of coffee. See if I actually have like nice good coffee.
So are you purchasing? Are you making
Would that be
it?
actually, that would be craftsmanship.
It would.
Yeah, it'll actually work out even better. There we are. Got a 5.
That's some damn good coffee.
Well, making coffee's like a 1 or a 0, so you did pretty well. So you have like one of
Yeah.
those nice French press like things. You have like
Oh
an
yeah,
ex-
total French press.
Brian, you've been studying the books of your family, and you know that one of the key components to all magic is ritual. And doing something as simple as making coffee is a ritual in and of itself. And without even being conscious about it, just that act, that practice, you put magic into it. For the rest of the session, you have alert as an aspect.
That
You
is
are
awesome.
well caffeinated.
You are incredibly well caffeinated.
I look at my cup. I look at his. I look at my cup. I look at his cup.
You want some?
There's a difference between instant and taking time in coffee.
Oh, I want magic coffee.
That looks really good.
Yeah, he put hazelnut in his.
Yeah.
Here's one of those frothers.
Little cream on top.
So, we're on agreement that last night was just a little strange, right?
I don't know. I mean, a lot of bars tend to be kind of strange. I enjoyed myself.
I mean, yes, but like that whole thing. The fact that she was going to get, maybe we should check up on them. Just
You
see
wanna
if they're
meet
okay.
up with new friends?
I mean,
Sounds like
yeah,
an idea.
Yeah, we should check on all of them. You never be too careful.
Okay.
I say with a far away look in my eye for some reason.
Sure.
Did you get their numbers after?
Well, I mean, I would hope so.
I think
Well,
I think at that point there is just a group text from
Pretty
Alexandra
much, yeah.
that just says "morning bitches."
So everyone has a group
Okay.
text for Alexandra that says "Morning, bitches."
Morning. Everything okay?
Yes, why wouldn't it be? Response.
I made coffee.
There are a disgusting amount of emojis in every response that she sends.
You want coffee?
Justin sends you a picture of the best looking coffee you have ever seen.
She says, "Take a selfie with the coffee."
I take
The
picture of
foam art.
Yeah, it needs
thumbs
some
up
foam
and
art.
coffee and just be like, yeah, that's my selfie.
All right. She says, "Coffee sounds excellent," and she's going to take like just a quick picture of Maeve getting ready to slip into the shower, and it just says, "Be there soon," winky face. You still have your towel on because we're not perverts.
Dougler, you were trying to say something?
Derek's just staring at his phone and like, do I just drop the anvil or do I?
That is up to you, sir.
Guys, I almost died last night. It's like,
Just right.
I nearly died last night. My roommate is God.
Have you guys ever seen a? What exactly did I see?
You saw an angelic figure.
Not the angelic figure. The thing that tried to eat me.
Well, the
'Cause,
thing
like,
that tried to eat you was the primary thing you saw because it covered your face was the inside of a flesh barrel.
It's like, have you guys ever seen something that's about 7 feet tall and could open his chest like a mouth and try to eat people?
I would like to roll.
That's an attack.
Oh, a movie like that.
There is very much just an ew. Why would I?
May I make a lore roll on something of that description?
You
Could
may.
I make a connections roll on that due to my supernatural, not exactly nice connection?
I mean, if you're making a connections roll, are you asking?
Yeah, someone can jump by a 7-foot tall flesh barrel is important enough for me to actually be like, God damn it. Okay.
Yeah, now that I'm not being eaten, can I do a lore roll as well?
So yeah, I'm actually going to mutter under my breath. Okay, I don't know what that is. I've been
I got it.
I've been
I'm
good.
good at doing the lore
Give
part.
me a bit of. If you know anything about it, let me know, please.
Okay.
So
Okay,
I am rolling my 3 ton.
So I got to roll from.
That's a 2.
Let's see. So Shay got a 2. Bugler got a 2.
Oh, fuck. Ryan got 6.
Yeah.
Brian got a 6. Richard got a 4.
Yep. And if I wanted to, I could invoke "It is my brother" on this. Right?
So your brother lets you know that things have gone missing lately. Things being people.
You know I don't like it when you refer to people as things.
Well, they are. I'm a thing. You're a thing.
Dang.
Animals are things. Isn't that what a noun is?
You just got
Are
hound.
you talking to yourself?
It's a long story. We can go over it with everyone. I don't want to tell it more than once, okay? I'm not exactly talking to myself.
Shay and Dubler, you guys vaguely know that something like that could exist, but you don't have any precise knowledge on what it could be.
The Never Never is fucking huge. It was the size of Susan Baker.
I was just gonna say the Never Never. You can think of dozens of things that fit that vague description.
Just text back. Oh, there's plenty of things that can eat you with their chest.
And that just
I-
makes you feel better.
Text in
No.
there has been a bunch of disappearances. Maybe we should look into it a little. Question mark, question mark, question.
I think so. Also, I think my roommate might be a holy avenger.
Response.
Holy cow.
No, response is just dope.
So yeah, we could possibly plan to figure out what this is.
Or Justin. My husband very excitedly texted me, can I do his? So he would like to explain to you what you know as a Frankenstein.
Yes.
Frankenstein.
So, weirdly, the description actually strikes a chord with you. The books from your family the books that gave the Frankenstein family the belief that they were mad. That these were the ramblings of somebody who was not a scientist. Weirdly describes a construct very similar to what you're hearing. There were notes of different uses for constructs, and one would be collections. Something to collect things, to collect people. Something that could appear like everything else, but take incredible amounts into its own body to transport them.
I'm
You
gonna reach under
in your book.
under my bed and actually start pulling out some notepads and books, and go. All right, let's figure this out here.
Can I help? I'm pretty good at putting things together.
Yeah, I could gather that. Let's get everyone together and figure out a plan. What we want to do.
Well, obviously, for having this, we should invite. Wait, is there any rules against inviting the opposite gender into the dorm room?
Usually it's just
I
know
after
some
hours.
Dude,
Not during
it's
daytime.
college.
So, one, there's plenty of common areas you guys can go to, but two, there's not an issue inviting people into your room.
And we have coffee.
Yes, let's invite everyone here, because I don't think you want to take your notes anywhere else when there's a creature that can look like anything. I don't think you wanted to get your notes. Just a thought.
It's all right. At least our place is a safe place.
I glance at the salt, glance at the protections
What
you
is
put
that?
up. Relatively speaking.
Right. Well, I guess we just wait till everyone gets here.
Hey, everyone just come here.
So you get their dorm
My
room.
roommate had something.
All right. So we'll let everyone kind of do their morning stuff. Before everyone heads to their dorm room, is there anything you guys want to do?
Nope. We'll just kind of tell them we'll be there in 15, which is
Okay.
actually closer to 20.
I'm guessing there's a donut
Just-
shop we can grab along the way.
With Justin's permission, I wish to roll investigation on his notes to try and
Would you like to do investigation or scholarship?
investigation. My scholarship is in comparison.
Okay.
Oh, you roll investigation. I'm gonna roll scholarship.
Are there any aspects you would like to call?
I'm going to actually call mad science and the mystic arts.
Okay.
I don't know if that's right.
Could I call I'm Not Crazy to put together what looks like mad ravings?
That would be fine. So that would give you both a +1. Brian, is there anything else you would like to call?
You sip on that amazing coffee.
I am also gonna call alertness and well caffeinated.
Okay. And is there anything else you would like to call?
Oh, I have an idea. I don't know if it will work though.
You can speak up if you have one that you'd like to suggest.
I don't have a aspect to call. However, I have a certain power.
Mm-hmm.
Psychochrometry. Bah.
Psychometric.
Psychometry?
Yes. Would
You
I
could
be?
use that power.
I actually would like to invoke that power.
Okay.
And I would like to actually see if I can use family history.
There you go. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna get 3 aspects. Give me 1 second to check what psychometry or whatever the falls
It
that.
essentially allows me to look into an object's past. So
Yeah,
I figured,
I'm just trying to see what page it's on so I can read it.
fair enough. 170.
Now, obviously, my family history is a slightly haunted past.
Yes, but you're
How
using
is
an aspect because
right? Is this going to affect Chris in any way of using a power on this?
the aspect isn't.
Okay. So I'm gonna get a +3.
So that's
Damn, dude. 13.
The fuck don't you know?
I don't know what I don't know.
so you're going to roll an investigation, Chris, with your +1 that you call.
Mm-hmm.
The difficulty is a 3.
Okay.
And you're good to roll. So your difficulty that you have to hit is a 3.
Okay. And I have a bonus of 1.
Yes.
Whoop. Come on, give me something. Really?
With a 1, what you get is like, think if like someone took all of the scenes of a Frankenstein movie or a couple Frankenstein movies and then just mix them together randomly.
Can I use anything to re-roll that?
You could use one of your main aspects as long as it fits the situation.
Now I shine because I'm trying to use my power?
You could use that.
And you said the difficulty was 3?
So you need to use a fate point.
Yep. Did you use the fake point to use my power in the first place?
Your power requires a fate point use?
I'm unsure.
I did not see that requirement.
Okay, then I am at 1 because I had a refresh of 2. Perfect. I'll just take the +2 so I get the basic difficulty. You said the difficulty was 3, correct?
Yes.
So I'll just take the 2 and get the 3.
Okay. So scrolling around through the history, you do see one of his ancestors creating a canine flesh golem that is designed for catching rats.
One of your ancestors created something similar. It was made for much smaller prey than a full-sized human, and was a canine? It looks to be a dog, or something similar to a dog.
It looks like
I tried...
you were using it as a proof of concept.
Yeah, it was a prototype, a proof of concept. It was this one here. I vaguely point to the general direction of where in the notes it's noted.
It references a different book.
Fuck, it references a different book. Okay. It's not in these notes.
Brian, you are aware that your family has a library of these books. You have the primary one that you're using because it's the most general book. You know what it is based off that description is likely a flesh golem of some kind. It likely has an aspect of ectoplasm. And you know, in most cases, they do have some sort of weakness.
Can I roll lore to figure out if I know more of the weakness or where to find it?
So the way to find it would be likely in creation notes of the individual, because what weakness it is granted is usually chosen by the creator. But you know, it's generally a vague weakness. Like something like the sun. Something that is easily accessible, easily utilized.
I would like to text the group chat again.
Okay.
If there's any evidence of this thing, like a piece of it or an item or something, if you could bring it over, I might be able to find out some stuff about it. But I need an actual physical thing.
I mean, if we all want to take a trip out to my library, we can actually figure out better results and actually plan this out.
You have a library?
Family.
Yeah.
You have an entire library?
Don't you?
Yeah.
Your parents didn't buy you a library when you were younger? Is the response from Alexandra.
Dennis will respond, I don't have anything of it. So that's might not be a path you can go down it yet.
At this point.
Hey.
You didn't like take a picture of it or anything? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
It half swallowed me, so I couldn't really go for my phone at a time.
That would have been the best time for a selfie.
Why the fuck did you add an upside down smiley face?
I mean, what are your clothes like from what you had last night?
Your clothes are clean.
Well, possibly you might be able to run on trays because they were on you last night.
Derek just kind of stares at the phone thinking like, they were clean. I feel more violated now.
Licked you clean. Oof.
He's gonna respond, they were clean.
There's nothing more fiendish than a monster that presses your clothes.
Wait, you're not like walk of shaming right now, are you?
I showered and changed.
You know, you had that nice.
Damn it! I'm doing that shit.
You had that nice warm press.
The cleaning saliva innards of a flesh barrel.
Oh, how
And
you wash your clothes?
and the war, and
Or
the
a roommate trying to cover something up.
and the warm,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
yeah, and the warm dry cleaning of a flaming sword.
Baby.
Your roommate was so thoughtful in making sure you were okay that he coincidentally destroyed all evidence. Weird.
He said, be not overstarched.
I hate not being able to drink.
Alright, so after, a little bit of back and forth, you do end up with everybody kind of showing up to your room.
I brought donuts.
You have donuts.
I made more coffee.
Brian has really good coffee.
Does
go ahead.
anyone have? Sorry, I was just saying. Richard is watching them, see if anyone has any trouble entering the room.
Wait,
Maybe.
Maybe.
changeling,
Vampire.
human. Nope, you're all good.
My course not restricted by that.
Okay.
You're
If,
also not fully white court yet.
Yeah, that's true.
if I see the salt though, I'm gonna start like miming, putting my hands on the door frame.
Hey, let me in, guys.
It's not for you.
There appears to be some kind of force field.
Oh no, however, are we going to... No, and then she steps through.
Okay, through the invisible wall.
So, everyone can have alertness for this session from
Neat.
Justin's roll earlier.
Ooh, that's some good fucking coffee.
It's some craftsman coffee.
Make my
Well,
my foam art into a little Pomeranian.
Done. Now I'm gonna have to roll performance.
And I expect it to be magnificent.
Can I roll alertness for that?
Alertness for what?
You wanted foam for a Pomeranian.
Oh, you can do that. That's fine. I'm not gonna make you roll for that.
I know. I figured it was funny though.
Also, you definitely should just roll crafting for that.
That's true. Art is crafting.
Yep.
Arts and crafts.
Exactly.
I dip a donut into the coffee.
I dip the coffee into the donut.
That's impressive.
I know. Be impressed.
Just wait till I bake donuts and deep fry donuts.
Okay.
All I need now is a bagel sandwich.
So
You guys have donuts. You guys have coffee. You have things to discuss.
So
First of all, are
What is it you
you
wanted to talk about?
okay?
oh me? Yes.
So why
I mean,
don't
that.
I'm pretty sure that foresight probably saved my life.
True, but it also probably got him in a lot. Are you all right? Like, it didn't break any bones or anything. I mean, you're standing here, so I'm assuming you didn't need to be hospitalized.
I'm fine. It's not the first time somebody's tried to eat me, but
go on?
I think my roommate cleaned me up,
Oh.
and that's what's kind of fucking with me.
Why don't you tell us all of the sordid details about how
Barrett's
this
just gonna give a
is a
play-by-play.
normal occurrence for you, about almost being eaten by things, and how your roommate, in quotes, cleaned you up. Tell us everything.
Yeah, Garrett's just gonna do like Garrett's wearing button up, so he has cuff buttons. He just undoes. He just rolls up his right sleeve, and there's just a nasty large scar on his arm. A couple years back, a ghoul tried to eat me. Kind of happened when I was starting to be able to see all this stuff.
I don't know. We all have a colorful past.
Not nearly as exciting as I hoped.
Well, if you want exciting, my twin brother no longer exists retroactively.
Wait, what?
Retroactively. Nobody else remembers even a scrap of a memory of him.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't
And
even
if you
know how to
ever-
begin to respond to that.
I mean, the fairy in the group's a little bit like, no, that sounds accurate.
Yeah, if you run Wittershins too much and Never Never.
Oh no, I almost forgot. He did something, and he paid the ultimate cost for it, and I've been paying my own cost ever since.
Wow, so you have to pay in addition to Full Metal Alchemisting your brother?
How can I put it in the easiest terms possible? The being is connected to my image, my memories of my brother now,
We're all connected to our image, by
Uh,
the way.
and it's made it so that I can kind of communicate with him, but only if it doesn't do anything pro bono. If I need its help for anything, or if I want to talk to my brother, I have to do little tasks.
Wait,
And
how do you talk to
the
your
like
brother
for
if he
it.
was deleted from existence?
I'm the only one that still can see, touch, feel the image of him, essentially.
Sounds like you might be getting manipulated by the entity. Might not be
His
your
hat
brother
just
at
kind
all.
of starts to float a little bit.
What if it's not your brother at all? What if it just wants you to think it is so you're in compliance? It's classic manipulative boyfriend tactics.
Richard's hat just kind of goes off his head a little bit.
Your hat's
Yes.
floating.
Well, if that's the case, why wouldn't it just eat me?
Because you're useful.
You can do more harm
Hairs are kind of
or influence the world to feed other entities
You know,
to be used as a weapon.
yeah, like
Would you like me to check?
You haven't stopped being useful to it, so it's not going to eat you until you're not worth anything anymore. I know that's not a very comforting thought, but you probably have something it still needs, which keep making yourself valuable for as long as you can, so that it doesn't eat you. You know.
Would you like me to check if it's your brother or some mind-shattering entity?
I feel like
I think that would upset it if it isn't my brother. And I don't want it mad at anyone else.
Okay, but why is your hat floating?
Your hat is floating. That's a cool
Because
party trick, and
That's him. That's him.
just turns the fat hat inside out and puts it back on.
Wow, that is an incredible display of power. Hey, did you know that our new friend here's roommate is an angel, and your spirit can do hat tricks?
Didn't say angel. I said holy avenger. Which
I mean, sure.
right up and on,
yeah.
I guess.
So that's
not
no
going to your
on
room.
I
me looking into
slowly
your
put my hat back together. Yes, that's a no to looking to my soul. I
When you
don't
go
want
to turn
to
your
be-
hat back the right way, it gets ripped out of your hand and tossed to the other side of the room.
I don't think he liked your answer.
I don't think it likes your hat. Which, I mean, you're more of a Tribly kind of man, honestly.
I like my
That's
hat.
a bowler hat.
You probably should have just worn the hat inside out.
Probably. You know, you sound exactly like 2 a.m.
Sound like what?
2 a.m. brain me.
Oh.
Well, I was almost kidnapped by fleshy tentacle barrel chest thing with an iron bar.
No, that was him. Got it.
Yes,
Your
it
guy
was
was
almost me.
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
it, though?
yes, it would have.
Don't steal his
I
spotlight.
mean-
They
That's
both
his thing.
almost. Look,
Oh no, I'm quite appreciative.
I think we should try and figure out what the hell is going on, so none of us get eaten by a tentacle barrel transporting monster thing.
Also, we haven't addressed the important question. Why did they try to eat you? Hashtag slash lick you clean and send you back fully dry cleaned.
well, I think my roommate might have murdered or harmed this one. And he's trying to act like he didn't do shit.
Yeah, if you were a
What else
for
did
lack
your
of a better
roommate
term,
tell you?
superhero, you're supposed to act like you're ordinary. It's like their thing.
Just act casual.
So
So did they like ask
let's.
for anything after rescuing you?
He said probably shouldn't go to the cops because he said that if a giant guy like that could get in through the university security, what chance do they have?
I mean, fair, but
He insinuated
I mean,
that
hold
it's
on
something
a
else.
moment.
Unless
Let
the
me give my dad
university,
a call. He kind of runs security here.
who does?
unless
My dad's a security officer.
Oh.
unless the university security is already all like fleshy tentacle
Compromised.
barrel monsters.
Oh my god, is your dad a fleshy tentacle monster?
Is your dad a fleshy tentacle monster?
He
No,
gets the
that's
taste
what
from
we
last
used to
night.
create. There's a big difference between creating the monster and being a monster.
So your dad builds the campus security.
Wow, that's cool. Are they all fleshy tentacle monsters too?
Nah, they're standard people.
Oh. That's
Your
boring.
dad-
I'm pretty sure you can
builds
figure out
better
about the other
people?
disturbances. He's looking into it.
So you want to text your dad?
That's the plan.
Okay, what do you send?
I'm gonna kind of give him the half gist of kind of what's going on. If he knows any of the books he can kind of grab that might be useful, and he can kind of help us out here.
So
He
when you
doesn't
say
wanna-
half gist, can you please be a little more detailed in what you're sending?
Hey Dad,
Uh,
are you making flesh golems to apprehend people out past curfew? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
What do we know of any disappearances of people around campus or things around campus or fleshy golems that might have been breaking into stuff?
While he's doing that, can I use my investigation to troll back through back issues of the newspaper to see if there's been like reported disappearances at all?
How are you going through back issues of newspaper?
I mean, I have a decent resources. I could. Don't like digital newspapers these days have back issues if you sign up for their like site.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
you're also
I-
a mage. So
I'm not really so much a mage as a
so tell me what device you're using.
that's a good point.
Okay, you figure that out and get back to me.
Yeah, sorry.
After like 5 minutes, your dad texts you. I'm putting up flyers for safety. There have been 3 missing students. Why? Is this related to you and your mother's stuff?
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, I've looked through a notebook I have, and results say this could get bad.
On a level of old school black and white Frankenstein to Gene Wilder Frankenstein.
We're talking probably old school. Not doing a dance measure.
Oh no, are we eating little children into the river? Bad.
Am I the little child in this end?
Is this
no.
something-
Yeah, I give you a look at yeeting little children into the river.
Look, have you never read Frankenstein?
He eats a small
Um,
child into the river.
You get a message saying, should I be finding someone to deal with this that isn't my staff?
Do I need to call in a professional?
I mean, anyway, I can take care of it.
Is
Any
it
good
safe
way-
for you to take care of?
Any good ways of us to protect ourselves or keep us alert?
He takes a picture of the school issued flyer that says, like, you know, the standard, like, don't go to parties by yourself, and like it's very much like school issue like okay advice, but like very much out of depth, out of like
I go, be
It's
more
like the
on guard
standard-
than you should be.
Yeah, the flyer's like the standard, like, you know, if you lose sight of your drink, don't drink it. Don't walk home by yourself.
See something,
If a
say something.
nice man in a van offers you candy, if you come inside, don't go into the van kind of flyer.
I've got a
That's
potentially
real
dangerous
helpful.
idea.
what's up?
I've got a potentially dangerous idea.
I love
What's
hear it.
this.
Well, whatever this is, seems like it wants to pick off whoever's alone.
Are we gonna make someone?
He
pay?
wants to be bait because it was its original target, right?
Well, one of us could be, assuming the rest of you are looking out
I-
for me.
Not sure if it's the same thing that was going after you. Because this thing did try to black bag me, but then it tried to eat me. It didn't try to just.
Wait, why would something that much stronger than you have to black bag you first?
Once I'm alive.
That's yeah, but no, even if you could see, that implies that there must be a reason that it doesn't want you seeing immediately on the other side.
Well, I'm sure there are some talents that rely on sight.
True, true. It could be a case of it doesn't want you to eye beam its creator or something. I don't know.
I mean, the other option.
Are
is
eye beams
that-
are eye beams a thing? I don't know.
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
The other option is to look into the types of folk that were already kidnapped.
Okay. I have an idea, but I don't know if I want to say it because it involves splitting up.
Okay.
But not
Okay.
alone. One group of us goes with my roommate to his library to try and figure out this thing's weakness, while another group of us goes to the university library to get back issues of the newspaper and whatnot, and see if there's a pattern to its attack locations or that sort of
Which one's the least boring?
I mean,
enjoy my life.
one of them
When do
is.
we do this? Because we still have classes.
Yeah, we do have classes.
You guys are still in like that. So when you usually go to college, like you usually have like a couple days before classes actually start.
Yep.
Shay, would you like to roll presence, a report, or remember something?
Yeah.
Four.
For
So you got a success of 2, and you remember that like Jugler openly, while you were in a crowd, gave you at least a vague warning, if not more publicly when you guys were separate, that you were the one that was going to be attacked, and then he got attacked?
Oh. Oh, shite. So, maybe they were specifically after me, and when you, defended me, you became the target. Get rid of you, then go after me, so I might be still in danger.
Mm-hmm. That was obvious.
Yeah. No,
No, it's just reputation then.
But the real question is if you both are targets now, or if it's still just you as a primary. Because blackbagging implies it was trying to capture, not kill.
Do the things operate by like scent because we were hanging out with you guys and maybe it got some of her perfume on?
Someone may have overheard us.
Also, Justin,
Yes.
what do you think the primary ingredient for a flesh golem is?
Flesh.
That would be flesh.
Probably magically inclined flesh at that.
So we're looking.
People are missing.
Yeah, we're looking
Their
at.
bodies have not been found.
Yeah, we're looking at. We gotta check where they actually probably went missing as well, and figure out like, okay,
Yeah.
what's going on?
If
How is this any different? Can someone check?
I'm going to be really offended if someone's trying to kidnap me specifically just to turn me into a flesh golem.
But you'd make such a pretty flesh golem.
I'd make an adorable flesh golem.
Hey, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, come on. Who doesn't want fairy?
Does fairy flesh make good golems?
At this point, it might be better for us to stay as a group and just do both together. Wait, where is your family's library anyway? Like, how far away?
45
Where
minutes?
do you live?
Not far at all. In
Okay,
between the hospital and the university. About 45 minutes.
Okay, let's go there first and then do the more mundane one after. Although, if they get wise, they might have destroyed the back copies. Depends on how careful they're being.
We also might want to look into. We might have ideas on how to do it besides from me and my family history.
We should also probably confirm that the other
Let's
victims
look
were
at
national
mortuaries
talents.
as well and graveyards. See if there's any grave robbing or anything like that either.
Well, that
They
would
seem to be
also be
going
mentioned
after-
in the. Sorry.
How are you finding out
No, you're
about
fine.
grave robbing?
Do it.
What are you doing? Are you texting your dad, or like what step are you trying to take to find out about grave robbing?
Well, I was saying we should actually check out any like mortuaries or where there might also be after we go and do more research.
Well, that sounds
Okay.
fun. Death is pretty
So,
fascinating.
what is your first step that you guys are doing, and are you doing it as a group?
I think for now we should go everywhere as a group. It sounds like even two of us together probably would have a hard time with one of those things.
Maybe.
I don't know if it sounds like it was as animated as it was. It could probably die.
Now,
Everything has to die.
Sure, Dave, could you make us look like someone else?
I might be able to make one person look like someone else.
It should be you. If you're the primary target, we don't want it to attack you before we're ready. So it should be you.
Okay. Would I be able to make more than one person look like someone else, or just one person?
So that would be glamour.
Yeah.
Let me check.
Because I don't have the extra super special glamour yet.
Not yet. Yeah. So it's discipline or deceit. With a moment of concentration, you may draw a veil over something. Maybe the size of small, tight group of people, hiding it from sight or other means of detection. And then seemings is you can cause someone or something to appear to be other than what it is. Usually this is personal, but it may be used on other objects and people if they belong to you or have entered a pact with you.
So you could attempt to do it on the group, but you would have to all stay very close the whole time you're moving.
You'd have to stay close, and it'd be more just making it so people don't notice you.
So I might be able to do everybody here, but we would need to stay together.
I was just thinking that if you and I were glamored, you just go with the rest of the group and bring less attention, because they might be on the lookout for us, might not care about them.
I don't think anyone here, except for the people here, even know about my particular set of abilities. So nobody's paying attention to me.
You say that, but we were all together at the party.
That is true. That is true.
All right. I can try and make us all seem a little less interesting.
All right, so that would be a discipline or deceit to oppose efforts to see you. So you would cast the veil without having to roll anything, and then as you guys go, I'll let you know if something's trying to see you.
Gotcha.
The other thing we could do is we
It
do have
basically automatically works on mundane people type thing.
Gotcha. So do we just, is it just like a kind of like a, Is it kind of like an aura suppression kind of thing, or does the seeming actually change appearance?
This is more like an aura suppression.
Okay.
Because you're doing it for the whole group?
Yeah.
May I make a suggestion for an extra layer of redundancy, just in case?
Sure.
I point to our influencer. You know how to do makeup, don't you? Make her a brand new her. And our Oracle friend as well. You think you're up to the challenge?
I somewhere had a little flush in another place, yeah. A little makeup. You'll be a whole new you.
That's going to take a lot of makeup, first of all. Second, it's going to take a lot of time. And third, a lot of makeup and a lot of time means it's a lot of expense. So I could do that. Yes. But and she trails off. The implication. And she waits for anybody to catch on.
I have a question.
Beep boop, don't be unwise. Now we're all
I have a
kind of
question.
despised.
Answer.
His place is 45 minutes by car.
Yes, we have a van. We have an access to a van.
Yeah, somebody has a car.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can do that in the car.
But we also have someone who has an aversion towards vehicles.
I do, however, I have a bigger aversion to being the only person off by themselves while during a horror event.
That's fine. Just double checking.
Yeah, no, like, I will be petrified in the car, but I'll be more petrified by myself.
So,
I take some of the sprinkles off the donuts and I go fairy dust, poof, and that's how I do my little seeming.
okay. So, you guys head out of the dorms and towards the parking garage.
I mean, Richard, you could always smoke a joint before going.
Do you know how many Stephen King protagonists are either addicts or retarded? No.
Can I please have you roll discipline or deceit, please?
Who?
The one who cast the spell.
Oh, right, sorry. Uh-oh.
Oh?
Oh dear.
I got a -1. The dice don't like me.
Okay.
I'm
Your difficulty is a 3.
Haha.
I'd re-roll that. Maybe if you mind me making suggestions, you are a fairy princess.
Yeah, what do I have to do to reroll?
So you would use a fate point.
Yeah, I got 2 of them. Use a fate point. Well, it was deceit or what?
Or discipline.
Discipline. That was conviction.
For For your straight up magic, it's conviction or discipline. For glamours, it's deceit or discipline.
Oh my god.
The fuck roll 20. Come on.
Nice.
Exactly.
Now, I will add this: other people can use fate points for her.
But that would require spending my fate points.
It would.
Yep.
Mhm.
So I think in this case,
Alright.
it's not necessarily so much an issue of the magic, but you all do have to be very close together. And quite frankly, none of you know each other quite that well yet. So I think it's that natural instinct of being like polite and respectful that people keep walking outside of the range of the glamour. So like random like heads or arms are popping out just enough to like give kind of notice.
Alexandrite is probably not paying attention and texting the entire time and is the one lagging behind constantly.
Okay.
Will you stop looking on my foot?
Can you walk
Um,
faster so I don't have to slow down to text more?
Let's.
This is the group
you
I
get-
threw my lot in with. We're all gonna dump.
So you guys do get to the car. Now, I do have a question for Brian.
Yes.
So, the book that you have with you, is that your own journal that you've been writing?
Yes, actually.
Okay, so since you have all of your references back at your library where you are currently going, do you bring your book with you?
I'm gonna keep that there.
Okay, so that's in your room.
If I notice him not taking it, I'm just going to say, "Are you sure?" When there's
In his room,
Okay.
if you would like to notice it, you can roll an alertness.
Sure. I have alertness right now. Yes. What would I
I'm
roll for
also
that?
gonna,
So you can roll a stealth to hide your items, you can roll a deceit to hide your items, or I'll also let you do a craftsmanship.
I am gonna do a craftsmanship, but I'm also gonna use the blesses house that I have because it is my own space.
Well, that's been blessed already, but that's fine.
So yeah.
So the hypercaffeinated, what do we roll at for that?
So your alertness you're going to roll against his hiding.
Yes, but the caffeinated.
I
gives
also have
us-
alertness to it as
It-
Well,
well.
you just get a +1.
Oh, okay. Well, I do not have alertness, so this should go swimmingly. I will add in my +1 bonus.
It did go well.
Oh wow, max.
Brian, is your
Wait.
5 you're hiding it? Why? Why? Stop. Stop. Hush.
I'm always going to hide it.
Okay.
So it's
I'm also
5
going to
you're
link
hiding
it.
That was you hiding it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you do not notice he's better at hiding it than you are at noticing him hide it.
Okay, fair enough.
So, excuse me. So, you guys do the drive to
I
Brian's
am.
estate. Brian, would you like to describe your estate?
So it It is a moderate house. It's actually the guest house to my family house. It's got a garage and workshop. The library is going to be in the main house. That is actually much larger, more modern. Much larger.
Put things relative to some of our other people in the group. Alexandra, your family lives on this road.
Well, I have a newfound respect for your family's wealth and means. I didn't think someone like you would live here.
There's
Wow.
a slight difference. They own one estate, you own like 5.
Mm-hmm.
Well, your
It was
dad
it was
owns
as close to a compliment as she could get.
Yes, technically this is my place I grew up.
Mm-hmm.
Not particularly my estate.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's your family's estate.
Yes.
Just like the other ones are Alexandra's family's estate, not necessarily hers.
Mm-hmm. But they don't need to know that.
Correct.
Right. So.
I'm sure you'll get it in the inheritance. Don't worry.
Well, we'll figure that out someday, maybe.
So, going into the library, there's plenty of biological books, there's plenty of occult books, there's plenty of handwritten journals.
So, what exactly are we looking for?
So, your journal referenced another journal when Chris and you were looking through it.
We're gonna need to look at the Beyond section.
Not the bed or the bath.
Well, Beyond the Art part is one of my
Yes,
favorites.
we have
anyway.
that section too. But the Beyond section is actually where we're gonna look. And we're gonna need to find this one.
So
A
investigation.
Dewey Decimal System.
What?
I'm gonna call aspect of Dewey Decimal System.
Okay.
So I actually know where the book is.
So you do see throughout time, you know, this is several generations worth of text. You've occasionally realized that some of them are missing. This is one of the ones that's missing.
Oh,
So when you're going through your Dewey Decimal System, through the Rolodex and everything, you find, like, it says who was supposed to have written it, the date and everything, but it does have, like, a little sticker like one of the missing text.
so I sat
That's
in that
not
death
necessarily
trap for
good.
nothing. I sat in that death trap for 45 minutes one way for nothing. And I'm going to have to sit in it for 45 minutes the other way for nothing.
Who could have taken it?
I mean, I got you here.
You know that there's been other family members who have kept one for, like, assorted reasons, or it's been misplaced in a move. You know, you guys went to Germany and back a couple times with your family throughout your history.
And I also going, all right, let me kind of see if I can get a hold of my mom. She knows a little bit about this stuff, but she's not too thrilled about it.
Well,
You
that's
I
don't-
mean, if that doesn't work, do you have a seer?
well, that's going
If
on.
you even have a single page, I might be able to look back at it. But I actually need a physical.
While they're distracted with research and books and other boring stuff, Alexandrite's going to wander off under the guise of like taking selfies with books and statues and the like, but in reality she's going to be looking for anything that would be valuable. She wants to find the shiniest, most valuable looking thing in this library area.
How well do you understand the value of books?
Not necessarily the books. If there were like any statues or little like trinkets that would be lying around on display as well, that would be where her interest is.
It's like a knick-knack thing. You know, like how like a lot of like bigger houses will have like that one display case that has like all the little crystal knickknacks from like Disney or like Swarovski stuff, like the little statue knickknack.
Yes, that's
There's
where
probably,
she's
like,
interested in.
One of those.
How far away from it is everybody else?
It's probably in one of the hallways.
I want to pop it open and swipe something valuable.
So that would be a burglary.
And I have burglary.
So let's see. Real quick.
Mhm.
What are your resources?
Resources
Brian?
is... Oh, sorry.
Average resources. So,
What level?
average.
Okay.
Yeah. That would be me.
So you have a difficulty of 3 to steal something unnoticed.
Okie day. Dice don't screw me on this. I haven't rolled well in either session. Hey! Alright, there we go. 3. Oh wait. Did I roll the wrong one? I rolled the wrong one, sorry.
Okay.
I rolled fair, it should be average. Yeah, okay. That's what I get for being honest.
You successfully take something.
Mm-hmm. Just gonna stuff it into her little carrier bag.
As I'm walking around the library.
So, who was the last one to check out the book?
So it looks like it's one of those books that through your family's travel to, like, in moving and everything, it just got lost. You guys are keeping an eye out on, like, auction sites and things like that, but you just don't have it.
And it's missing its entirety?
Just through the passage of history, your family has dealt with a lot of difficulties. Your family was European originally. They did
Run
have
out of
to
town.
survive through the wars. There are just really dangerous eras, and during those eras, some things have just been lost.
And keep in mind, you have a history of grave digging. Sometimes you just get run out of town.
True. And fine.
Well, I have a question. Do you have any books on foresight or divination?
That is generally not their specialty. They may have some occult books on it.
I will roll lore to actually figure out if I actually because I should have actually been reading up on that.
Difficulty 4. It's not your family's specialty at all.
Well, good thing I have a great lore.
Damn.
Yeah, you do.
Jeez. You have been rolling insanely well.
Jesus.
So you have some.
I just point out, they're going to be over in this section, this row, bottom corner.
I'll give a nod and I'll take, still learning all the characters' names. I'll take Derek and pull him in that direction.
Eric will go along.
So over there are some
Yeah,
books on
foresight
standard fears. There's a book on general psychic ability. There's a book on psychometry. Like, it's almost like textbooks of those things.
Do you think any of these might be able to help you? If you wanted to attempt to find the book they're looking for?
Let's grab a map.
Good.
And,
Can I roll a lore to see if it would help me be able to divine something? Or divine its location?
You could study that book to get more control. It would basically be you actively training your ability to use it more readily.
Don't think it'd help me right away, but then would help me be able to control it better in the future.
Or trigger it on demand or something along those lines. You know, just like the general nature of your visions is a little haphazard, but like you might be able to start getting to the point where you can either do something similar to Chris's character or just expand your skill set psychically.
Well, you can see if Justin's willing to let you check it out.
I mean, you guys are welcome to read what you want. Absolutely.
I guess I wander over there after a moment, puzzling. Oh,
Okay.
right. There is one other thing I can do that might be useful. I can send one-way telepathic, so I don't need to open my mouth to talk to you, and I say that directly into our fairy princess's ear. Well, head, whatever.
So you have let's see, what would that be?
One-way telepathy.
Yep. Please roll me a conviction.
Absolutely. I'm not bad at that whatsoever. I am
You're actually
not great at it.
Chris, you're going to roll a discipline. She's going to roll conviction.
Oh, alright.
Oh, that's based on discipline. I did not realize that was a discipline one.
You could also do
Oi.
presence, Chris.
I can also do presence? Okay, presence works.
So I'm going to look for other journals that might be related to that book that is missing.
Okay, so Chris, you do succeed in sending the message. Maeve, you feel a sensation. You know it's not malevolent. You know it is a mental connection, but it is not trying to bypass any natural mental protections you have. So you feel almost like a tingling sensation in your head for a moment, and then you are mentioned, you know who it's coming from, so you know once it kind of connects, you know who's sending it. You know it's coming from Richard. And it's, by the way, I have this ability. I can send messages one way once I've met you.
Well, that's a pretty fucking neat ability.
Honestly,
Don't go
this is gonna be
digging
the
around
first
up
time.
there.
Trust me, I don't want to dig into anyone else's mind, let alone.
And then someone else was asking a question while I was doing that. I think it was Brian.
I was going to look for other books related to the book that could be missing. A different volume.
You can find other books on flesh golems. It's just specifically how to make that one and what, like, that specific book was like that guy's main thing wasn't just like creating sentient monsters like your great-great-grandfather Frankenstein. This is like one of, your uncles who cared less about making intelligent, bringing something back to life. He cared more about like
The mechanics of it.
And making things to complete a task. So like he cared more about basically making magical robotics, but because of the limitations of technology and magic, he just opted to do it with flesh golems. So like there's things referencing his stuff, but his is like the equivalent of a robotics textbook.
Which is still more information than we have. Any references to acquaintances of family friends?
Not offhand, and once again, this is like several generation difference. So even if it was, you'd have to dig into like genealogy and then hope that everything's actively connected. And this is also talking about a book that was lost, most likely during a situation where those kind of records weren't the best kept.
So essentially
you have some ideas. You have some idea of what you're dealing with, and there's some details on what it is, right? The thing that you don't have is a good lead on finding the person.
So I don't know if you've considered this yet or not, but somebody might be using your book.
I was thinking that.
That does seem to be the most obvious conclusion.
I'd really like to have that book back.
Hey, find out who's doing this and maybe you will.
Exactly. So I say we go check out other
Actually, let's see who all can do this. So let's do Alexandrite, Maeve, Justin can all roll a lore.
Would I be there to do that?
That's true. You are putzing around and trying to steal
you
things.
are pillaging and trying to.
I'm living my best greed life.
So Maeve and Justin.
I got a 4.
Okay. So
Paige has just been nice to me tonight.
So let's do this first. So
Yeah.
So, Brian, you
Yes.
know that you've read books about something called the White Council. Killing people to make them flesh golems is definitely against their rules.
Yeah,
Um,
is
So,
there a good way to contact them?
yeah, there's ways you could get in contact with the White Council. You'd have to do a little bit of digging, but it would give you an option.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna see about doing that.
Okay.
Are you mentioning?
Hey, you don't quite know as much as Justin does, but you do remember that there's a group of people who would not be happy that people are being killed to be used as flesh golems. That's typically a no-no. You just can't quite remember which group that specifically is a rule for. And Alexandrite,
Hmm.
would you like to roll an alertness?
Certainly. And that's with a +1 right now if I already have it. So
Correct.
that's the lower one, which is average +1. 1, because only Brian can roll really well tonight.
Drinks it.
I'm mostly curious where all the extra bonuses are coming from for his dice, but
He's invoking aspects.
And he was rolling his +4. Lore was one of his like high level ones, or
Yeah.
scholarship or
Yeah,
whatever.
Lore and Scholarship are my highest ones.
Hey, but that should only give you a +4, not a +8.
I should be
If
able
all
to.
but the ass.
right, if all dice roll a bonus, then that's where it would be.
But are you adding extra on top of the superb or great roll?
So he rolled a D4 +4
Mm-hmm.
plus alertness.
So it says there's a +4 and then another +4.
Yeah.
Where's the other +4 coming from?
So he'd
If
have
I
a
roll-
+1 for alertness.
Am I rolling that wrong?
Are you adding extra numbers? Is where my question is coming from. Like, because
I
it's
didn't
showing
think I,
it's showing.
So
I
he-
didn't,
So
didn't
his
think
last
I was.
2 rolls had 2 +4s, but his other one only had a +2. So it looks like some of them were rolled correctly, but
Okay.
one of them had a +7.
Yeah, the +7. The +7 is one of those that raised an eyebrow because, like,
Well,
That was on top
right
of
now
everything.
most of them are helping you guys.
yes,
We'll be more stringent on them going forward.
I'm more just like look at my 1 and then I see a 13 and it's just like,
I feel your pain.
So now keep in mind, you can also stack aspects,
Mhm.
right? So right now you are exploring,
Yeah.
you are alert. So like if there's aspects you feel like you can add,
Yeah, add that coffee.
Well, the coffee
Well,
is that +1 I added already.
yeah, he has a +1. So I'm just saying, like, if there's other aspects you can think of.
And basically, we make those up on the fly, right? We're just like, it
Correct.
would be this.
If you can justify the aspect, I'll usually give it to you.
Okay. So I would say that the aspect would be something akin to on the prowl, because she was actively looking for valuable things, which would add to that alertness. Does that work?
That would work.
Okay.
So that'd give you another +1.
And these come up as just d6s, right? So I'll just roll another d6.
Yeah, it's just usually just a +1 to your roll.
Oh, okay.
I'd argue you could probably invoke your internal aspect of Wrath of Greed.
Wraith of Greed.
Yeah, I could also
Yeah.
do that, Wraith of Greed, because she is definitely not contributing to the group for her own sake. So yes, I agree.
So that would get you to a 3. And I have a quick question.
Mhm.
Chris. Not Chris. Brian.
Yes.
This is your home. This isn't like the dorm where you had blessed this house, right? This is your home.
Yeah, this is.
Do you have any wards or rituals that you've put on your home to increase its threshold?
Since this is more my mom's home, probably not. It's more the guest house that I actually have, where my workshop is. So it's more, all awards would mostly be done to thy library area, because that's where I kind of tend to spend my time.
So, but that was in your guest house.
Yes.
Okay. So okay. So Alexandrite, you are in the hallway. You're in a modern house, so it's got those big, nice, stately windows and everything. And you hear almost like scratching on glass.
Well, I'm sure that's fine. Is it?
Now you also got to think, there's probably security on the windows and whatnot.
That's fine.
Is it a window, or is it like a display case?
Looking around for the noise, it is coming from a window.
She may be dumb, but she's not stupid. So Alexandrite is going to very much give a #NotMyProblem, and she would be within the general vicinity of everyone else, but well out of their eyesight. And she would just say, "Hey Doc, there's something tapping at your glass." More importantly, if it keeps the attention on something else, they don't notice what she was doing.
Mm-hmm. So your attention has been called, everyone.
So now I can probably call the plus this house, because it is my house. And can I roll? Would it be alert?
I made the assumption that Bless This House was on for his roll. You can still roll it. I'm just letting you know I gave it a negative because I went on the assumption that you would bless your mother's house. You just wouldn't put up extra wardings.
Fair.
When we get there, and can I try to see what's out the window, and can I use Would this be a spot where I use the sight?
You can. Do you want to see what's out the window before you do that?
Yeah, I'll look first before using it.
Okay. So you see a head with like two little hands like coming out of like the neck, trying to like get the window open. It looks like someone took a mannequin and then have you ever seen Repo the Genetic Opera?
No, but I'm aware
No.
of it.
No, but I'm getting the first Toy Story vibes.
I mean,
So, what you're
It's-
seeing with this is what was likely once a very pretty woman, but her face has been stretched over something about the size of a basketball. So there's that distortion of proportions to the size of this thing. The features, it's not expertly done. And then from where its neck would be, you're seeing these hands trying to manipulate the window.
Justin,
That's
Is
not
that
one
one
of
of
yours,
yours?
is it?
so you're kind of on the other side of the window this time and actually like go to speak. It jumps as if startled, shrieks, and like dives into the bush.
oh, I guess I'm following.
There is a window in the way.
Can the window be open?
Yes.
I would like to draw my gun.
I mean, we're
Well.
probably close to a door, but we need to be cautious.
So you're saying it's not one of yours?
No.
Okay. I'm going out the window.
I would like to use athletics to pinch. If he's going out the window, I'll go around the side.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Hello?
All right, can everyone roll me? Where is it? Let's do. Everyone roll an alertness.
Can I actually take an aspect of knowing the area?
You can.
And I take an aspect of feeling targeted because something tried. So I was in a vision the other day and am on alert.
Yeah,
Also,
well,
coffee.
You do get to call
You
coffee.
do get the coffee. That's always going to be there for the day.
Oh, Ren, chat can't see the rolls.
Oh, thank you.
You.
Okay, so we got. Dealer got a 3.
The feet's being a little finicky.
Chris.
Yes, my roll 20 crashed.
Okay.
Oh.
If you
that's
want
fine.
to just roll me an average fate die, that's perfectly
I'll just roll
fine. I trust you. Yeah.
it.
Literally, the only thing I could think to invoke is I'm not crazy.
You got 0.
I got 0, of course. Okay.
Can the horrific misshapen head take the aspect of adorable, because no one would assume something like that is dangerous?
No.
No, it cannot.
But it thinks it's adorable.
That might be true, but no. Okay. So I just had you guys basically roll initiatives. So, Jugler, what do you want to do?
Well, Dick is gonna go out the window, but
So you can go out the
This-
window. You can go a little bit down the hall and go for the door.
so before he goes out the window, are there weapons on the walls? Because this is one of those houses where you assume that would be a thing.
All
Yes.
investigation.
Or if so, I will say that. Brian, did you just say yes?
Yes.
So there's a weapon on the wall. Is it a
Um,
replica or is it real? Is the question.
Could be real.
All of the weapons are real?
Loaded 18th
Yeah. Who
century
would buy
cannon.
that? Who would buy fake weapons?
It's a loaded
Anyone
musket.
who you bought, anyone that you bought from the mall.
No. This is probably stuff that's been bought for historical value.
Okay, so let's see.
I'm hoping for a mace, but it's whichever's closest, then out the window.
You have a Zweihander sword.
It's bigger than you.
No, they're short. They're one-handed. Anyway,
Yeah, cool.
so you grab the sword and move towards the door or towards the window.
Window.
Okay. Mav, you are jumping out the window.
Yes.
And you also open the window. Rin.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like?
Alexandrite is going to sigh, watch everybody run out doors and windows, and is just going to very casually go for a door while texting.
Okay.
She is not equipped to fight monsters.
The head sees Mav. You are the first one out. The head sees you. Opens its mouth and shrieks. How would you like to deal with an attack?
Sorry, how would I like to what?
To deal with an attack against you.
Oh, I mean, I was gonna get ready to try and soul gaze it, but I'm going to cover my ear.
I will say this much, Shay. You are aware that soul gazes only work on things that have souls on mortal beings. Whatever this creature is, a soul gaze specifically wouldn't work.
Yeah, my thought was to see if there was a mortal soul tied to it, or if it was just
Generally
completely.
speaking, if something is brought back from the dead, it does not have a mortal soul tied to it.
Okay. I do. I can think of either putting my hands over my ears and using endurance, or conviction to magically defend.
Which spell do you have? Also, I will say you could use glamour, which would be either discipline or deceit to make it appear as if you are like slightly to the right type thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's another option. Otherwise, which magic did you want to use? Do you have you have
Glamour's channeling, so
Channeling,
I
right.
can only
So-
channel like ice and death
Ice.
magic.
Yeah. So
I'll do endurance. I feel like that makes the most sense. I'm
Okay.
gonna clap my hands over my ears.
okay.
Can I argue for an aspect that the coffee has me running with adrenaline?
You can do that.
Yeah.
You can do caffeinated.
Oh my god!
Fuck.
This is just
Ooh.
This is our night, y'all.
this is ugh.
That did not win.
No, I wouldn't expect it to.
You are taking 2 points of stress.
The physical.
It is physical.
Are terrible rolls going to get my TPK after all?
Stay tuned.
Alright. Do I get to act in response?
You can use an aspect to do so, if you would like. What aspect would you like to use to justify having a counterattack?
Oh, I was asking because of the roll too. Can I use the aspect of feeling targeted because this is the second hearing
That would
of a
also
flesh
not
thing?
be used for a counterattack.
Okay.
So
I know. Because I'm unseelie. And this is clearly something that was meant to have died already. Can I argue for the desire to put it down again?
that would be maybe for a plus to an attack next time.
Okay.
Once again, I'll probably lean towards not adding that to.
All right, that's fair.
So then, it is not going to be able to make a full move, but it is clearly trying to do that and run. It's so you can kind of get like its next intention is to try to get away. Brian,
Yes.
what would you like to do?
I'm going to be running out the door with my hammer, and I'm going to actually use my conviction to channel lightning through it and try to shock it.
Okay, go
As
ahead and
long as-
roll.
Now, aspects that I can use.
Mm-hmm.
Is I get a bonus from my hammer because that is actually an item of focus.
Okay.
I'm going to call caffeinated for coffee. And mad science because I understand that this has been created. So would that be a +3?
I have a quick question. How does initiative work in this?
So I had you roll the alertness. I had everyone roll. Alertness is basically what I use to determine your initiative.
So is it the highest or?
So I did it based off the highest roll. With basically Rin and the head go at the same time, and Brian and the Chris go at the same time.
Where do I land on
You're
that?
right before Rin and the head.
Okay. Was
Brian and Chris.
okay? Was my turn used just going out the window then?
So you went out the window, and you opened the door.
Because you had to actually go through the process of opening the window and going through, that was essentially your turn.
Yeah. Okay.
And continuing, can I also use knowing the area? Or
No,
another
that
bonus?
wouldn't apply to this because it is fairly close range kind of thing. This isn't a situation where knowledge of terrain's going to apply. It is going to declare the defensive aspect of friendly fire, though, because it is so close to other people.
Which would primarily be mob, because I don't think anyone else is close enough yet.
Yeah, Mav is where it would use that to call.
But he's countering that with his abilities too, so that's fine. So go ahead and roll.
That's the bonus is 3, right?
Yes. Okay, so
Now I understand how this is gonna work.
so it had a 7 to avoid. So you do not hit. Mauve. Please roll a response. So friendly fire was called on you. So you are basically right next to the creature. So if you can please roll a defensive action to avoid or tank Brian's electricity attack.
I'm going to call on and
So caffeinated.
yep, and
So, Brian, what you didn't expect when you went for this thing was it's fast. It's very fast. So when you shot, it's quick enough that it actually caught the where you were aiming and moved. When you're trying to basically track it using that friendly fire, you realize too late you are now shooting towards Mauve.
It's also small, so. So was caffeinated all you could call?
unless I can do
So I will say you know roughly what his abilities are. You know what each of your partner's abilities are.
okay.
So you could probably call like aware.
All right. I
Because
will.
if you know that at least 2 or 3 of the people in the group have some sort of magical capability.
Yeah. I will definitely call aware and
And what are you rolling? Are you rolling athletics, endurance?
it was athletics to try and duck out of the way.
Athletics is only a +1.
It is only a +1.
Is that your highest?
No, I mean I could do endurance if
you can do endurance to just tank electricity.
okay.
I mean, because you could also, you're also the only one who's currently outside of the house. You could also probably call grounded.
So that's a 4, which I think is 0 for adding something.
Well, wait, you rolled 1d6.
Yeah, because I had already rolled. I had already rolled an average roll, so I was just adding another roll to that for the endurance.
Okay, that's fine. So, 4 is a 0, but you also get the other 2 aspects. Yeah. So you're getting a +2 to the 2.
That would make it a 4.
Okay. So So that would be a.
What was the degree of failure between Brian's
It's
original
one.
attack and the dodge?
Wait, what? Whose original attack?
Brian's.
It's a 5 and a 4, so it's a 1.
So his attack was a 5. So the degree of difference would have been a 2 between that and the 7 athletics. This attack would actually be at a difficulty 2.
I see what you're saying.
Makes sense.
So if Shay has a 4, she would have dodged it.
Yeah, that's fine then. I see what you're saying.
So I get some of my hair stands on end from being so close to it. I just
Pretty
glance
much.
over briefly.
And then Chris, it's your turn.
Are we down a party member? Ren?
He's
Duger
got
went
you
first.
and I going kind of at the same time.
Duger grabbed a
okay.
weapon.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. So the window is already open,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
This is stupid, but I'm going to try it anyway. Could I launch myself through the window using athletics, trying to tackle this small creature that is probably weaker than we are?
So you did say you pulled out your gun.
True, I did say I pulled out my
You
gun.
want to tackle it or you want to shoot it?
See, I'm worried about actually shooting my friends now because it's so fast. I saw it dodge lightning. I think lightning might be faster than a gun.
I'm sure Mav would appreciate you not shooting in her direction, so that is a good call.
And somebody has moved in the way of the door, so I can't get out the door anymore. So yeah, I'm going to try and tackle it by launching myself through the window using athletics.
So. Okay.
And I would like to invoke 2 aspects on it. It's fairly surrounded right now, I'd argue, and it's also...
It's not necessarily surrounded right now because the only one in its adjacent area is Mauve. Everyone else is making themselves outside.
Okay, well, we'll see if my athletics can do anything.
The creature would like to declare the aspect of misogyny, because Chris doesn't really want to tackle a beautiful little lady, does he?
You're not getting that one. No.
I'm invoking the aspect of small, so that my grapple is more.
What are you saying?
I'd like to invoke the aspect of it being small, or actually just ahead.
Okay.
It's football sized. Would that give me any advantage on my roll for my athletic to tackle it?
So you're saying you're bigger, so you have more surface area to catch it.
Yeah, I have a bigger mass in it. I'm trying to immobilize it by a grapple. Ergo.
But you're trying to use athletics.
Isn't athletics what you use for a grapple?
You could
do
also,
athletics when you play sports.
you could also use fists or might or
Athletics is my best of those 3.
okay. Because typically athletics you benefit from being small, not large.
Oh, really? Okay, I did not know that.
Unfortunately, what you've realized seeing this thing move, it is very agile.
That's true. That's why I
So
don't want to
its
shoot
small
it.
size is working to its advantage.
You know what? At this point, actually, can I just use my athletics to try and launch myself to pincer it? Like not make an attack, to try and to basically get in its way so it can't scatter away.
So you want to flank it.
Yes. It won't do anything for this turn, but it would give other people a aspect can invoke, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's absolutely something you can do.
Yeah, I wish to do that. So I just roll athletics.
Mm-hmm.
And I also telepathically tell them my plan here?
You can.
I am going to telepathically tell them my plan. I get no bonus, so let's see if I get anything. But to the other side of it, launching myself out the window.
To just flank it, right?
To just flank. I'm not attacking. I'm just ganging its way so that its chances of running away are harder.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just invoking an aspect for later.
So you do successfully get into a position. So for everyone else, it is now flanked.
Wait.
Flanking in this game doesn't count unless you call the aspect flank. Okay?
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Dougler, it is your turn.
So, I'm gonna hop out the window. And
Well, you went for a door, but you could get from the door to them.
I went for a window.
Did you?
Yeah, I grabbed one weapon and go for the window.
Yeah, he said
So-
he went for the weapon and then for the window.
My bad. So you're outside. Slightly behind Mob. So what would you like to
I want to try to stab it, and I'm gonna call the flank.
Okay.
And
Caffeinated.
caffeinated as well, yes. And I'm not the only one trying to hurt it.
Okay.
And yeah,
So you're claiming working together, you're claiming flanked, you're claiming caffeinated.
yeah, and I don't think I can do Echoes of the Future yet.
To tell where it's moving?
Yeah,
Why don't you think you could use that?
that's always been a reactionary thing with fate points, is it not?
Did we say it requires fate points for you?
No, it's
Most-
follow your heart because it's
Okay.
a stunt. So then,
Yeah,
yeah, also Echoes of the Future.
Does your stunt require fate points?
Yes, stunts require
okay.
a
Minus
point to
one.
activate.
Okay. So that would require a fate point, but you could spend a fate point now.
I can also spend fate point after I see how the roll goes out if I want to increase it, or do I have to spend it now?
So if you want to use your ability, you would spend it now. If you want to re-roll later,
Yeah, I'll
So-
use it now.
you can use. So basically, what you're saying is you're preemptively using your fate point to activate your ability.
Yeah.
Which is your stunt. If you want to re-roll or add to later using your aspect, that's a separate action.
Okay, so gonna use a fate point
So
for
you
that.
got +3 from aspects, and then what does your ability give you? A +2?
Pull it up in the book real quick.
While you're double checking on that stunt, it is actually going to use the aspect targeted because it is currently being attacked by its primary target. It is most aware of him and his movements.
No. Did you make that stunt with us?
I pulled it from the book with you guys.
Okay, so it's in the book. Okay.
I believe it's a +2.
I think most are. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Nail it good. Cut off one of its little hands.
I think we can go ahead and call it a +2 for now, and then we'll just double check it later if we need to change it.
But that's going to give you a +5 to your roll total.
Okay, and since I don't have anything in weapons, that'd just be a mediocre roll +5.
Correct.
Yeah.
Just a +5.
So 7.
7?
Okay.
You hit it.
First blood.
My sweet
What?
little baby.
Damn it! I could have used. I'm not getting hit by the sim again.
What did it roll?
6. And then swords do 2 damage.
Yeah, the sword itself would be a weapon too.
Yeah.
So that's. Did you add that to the 5?
No, that's for the stress is separate from the roll.
The stress is the difference between the roll and the
Oh,
effect.
you're right.
You basically, because it's a weapon 2, you add 2 to that thing. So instead of it being a 7, it's a 9.
Oh damn!
So 9 to 6 is
Nice.
3. How many stress does it have?
2.
2? That's it. This is a sweet little baby. It's not going to be able to take consequences.
Nope. So it screams
So-
and has a sword in its mouth or face. And it stopped moving.
That was much easier than I thought it would be. Is everyone okay?
Fucking
Okay.
ears! What the fuck you say?
Why are you
That's
yelling?
about-
I asked if you're
rubbing my ear.
okay. Okay, I am going to use my
You're asking
telepathy.
everyone's okay. There's Shay, who's been screeched to the point where a little bit of blood's coming out the ear, electrocuted.
I'm going to.
I'm going to say into her head, do we need to get you to a hospital?
I don't know.
I'm actually going to do a more conviction and kind of call first aid and see if I can just kind of use soothing vibrations to take away some stress from Shay.
She doesn't have any major consequences, so we'll go ahead and say, yeah, that's fine. Because I think she only took a little bit of damage.
Just the
While you're healing, I will go.
No.
How is the
Hey,
maximum?
Chris, do you want to touch it?
But I'm staring at, and no, I do not want to touch it.
Do you want to touch it? Do you want to use your powers? Do you want to touch it? You don't
I
want to
might
touch
faint. I might faint. I might go. There are many bad things that may happen there, but we do need to find it. So somebody be ready to catch me if I faint or something. I've never tried touching a dead creature. This is worse than a dead creature.
You
So
first.
I will touch the thing. I am touching it.
Chris, go ahead and roll Conviction.
Mechanical question: how do we determine the maximum amount of stress
So
that we can take?
you have a number of stress boxes. So, for
Yeah.
example, this creature had 2. I believe we went over that with you. Let's see how many you have.
The stress is tied to your skills. I believe this is a
Endurance.
physical stress, so this would be tied to endurance. How
You
high
can
is
take
your
I
endurance?
I lowered
4.
that last time, so
Can
I think it was 4.
So then I think it's 3 at a +2.
Yeah.
So
Let me
Uh,
change that again.
you can take 3 stress boxes, but then you can take consequences.
Gotcha.
can I use Now I Shine to add to my conviction?
Sure,
Is that appropriate in this case?
sure.
Yes.
And I'm not crazy for like basically mental defenses.
No, because this one might make you crazy.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Let's see. Do I get a bonus for caffeinated?
No, not for this.
Okay, fair enough.
I'd like to
I'm trying
invoke
to think of-
I'd like to invoke the flank.
Flank's not going to help for a mental thing.
I'm back. What
What
did I
did you
miss?
get?
I stabbed it good.
Flank is evoked to catch him.
Are we still fighting?
No, we're not.
It got
No,
He's
no,
going to
no.
use psychiatry on it.
Yeah, I know this is a bad idea. You know, I got 4. That's pretty okay.
4 is unfortunately not going to cut it for this, but you do have a vision.
I have a fate point too. I could use that to get a +2. Would
Would
that
you
be
like
enough to? I would in this case. I don't care that I'm going to be at 0 because it will at least probably lessen the mental pain I go under. So that is a 6 now.
You are dressed for a night out. You are wearing your best dress. You've done your hair and makeup. You feel good. You take one last look at yourself in the mirror. You are a lovely blonde woman,
Mm-hmm.
and you know he's going to be excited when he sees you. And you head out. And you've never felt in danger or threatened in this campus. You've always known people are very kind here, it's very safe here. So you don't think anything about using back alleys and dark ways to travel through this campus at night.
Okay.
And you don't even think anything when you see a man, tall, broad-shouldered, sandy hair, walking past. Again, these things happen. But then he grows. And he's no longer just tall. He's monstrously tall. Well over 7 feet. And his shirt tears from his body, and there's another face there. And the mouth opens more and more. And then ribs expand outwards, and you are screaming, but it's strong, and it has you, and it swallows you. And then you're somewhere else. You're strapped to a table, and you hear the voice. Don't worry. I chose you because I care about you. I chose you because I want you to be with me forever. And now you will. And then pain. And then nothing. this face belonged to a person. Its death was used to make this. And you know, this was a person in the know. This was a person of magic, of power. And it took that to make this.
How much mental stress do I take?
You
A moderate consequence.
Oh, wow. Straight to a consequence.
I know what it's like to die.
I mean, honestly. Okay. That's a moderate, you said?
Yes.
You fully experience this person's pain and suffering in their final moments. And even as you're coming to, that rattled you pretty hard. And it stays with you.
Boy, okay. Mark down my consequences. And that's a moderate.
And that will last until the end of next game session.
You rolled high enough that it's not severe.
Glad I used that fate point. Okay, am I conscious right now?
That's up to you. How do you react to something hitting you that hard?
See. Okay. The entire area in front of me is just covered in coffee and whatnot stains. I'd even say that I've lost my caffeinated bonus because I have.
In front of you.
Shay, roll athletics to dodge.
The entire car ride here, I was pale. This goes like 3 stages beyond pale. I am shaking. I have like the cold sweats. My eyes look dead.
I am still caffeinated, and he did say to catch him if he falls, so standing behind him and not in front of him. Ew.
You managed to keep clean.
This fucker.
And with that, that is the end of the combat. You now have a little bit more information than you did at the start. And it is 9:30. This is probably a decent stopping point. And next time we have a couple things to still hit. Like, you guys still have a dinner invitation to deal with.
We do.
Delicious
And we have a-
dinner.
And we have a specimen to look at.
You do. You do, you do.
And I am going to have so much to say to you next time.
Thank you, everybody, for letting me join tonight.
Yeah, thank you for
Ah.
helping.
Oh, thank you for joining us.
It's fun to have you here.
I'm going to have
With your
bronchitis
quest.
in the next week, so I'm going to keep him around for a couple sessions so that I can make him do some of my talking.
Oh,
Absolutely.
well, we'll feel better.
Cold?
Yeah.
Well, I'm allergic to the cold, and the temperature's been getting down to like the 50s at night.
Mm.
And it basically just causes really bad allergies. And like when I say I'm allergic to cold, I break out in hives.
Oh, fun. Mm.
Oh wow.
So I have to deal with that. I can feel that tingle in my throat. So
Gotcha.
But anyway.
That is not fun at all.
this is a good stopping point. We will dive in next week. if you want to wrap up, and then we can.
Yeah, we'll close out here. Thank you, everybody, for watching. This, of course, has been our wonderful Dresden Files show, Faded Seattle Files. Thank you to our sponsor, HelloFresh. We didn't get a break, but I will just riff again, talking about how great the food is. So please consider taking one of the boxes while the promotion is still going. We have 8 more days of it. If you use the code for HelloFresh, it is
COGHF1281. I'm sorry, 12810. So
Yep.
yeah, I was right.
Gotta have it correctly, and don't mess up the chat code, Rin. HelloFresh is not the promo code, it's HelloFresh. So HelloFresh, it's so fresh even hell enjoys it. Your first box is 70% off plus free shipping, and then your other boxes are discounted pretty significantly for I think like the next 4 boxes or something. So it's still a pretty good deal going in. We have been using it to make meals over the last week, and they have all been very delicious. You can catch us again on Wednesday, where Shay will be running our Things from the Flood campaign, where you will see Dougler and I as players once again. And until next week, everybody be safe, enjoy the encroaching cold, except for the people who do not react well to it. Hopefully there's a speedy recovery on that end. But it looks like the first snows are also falling, and we are projected to get some snow, I think, next week as well, so that's exciting. Who knows how much it'll actually be. But anyways, y'all have a great night. We will see you in a couple days, and goodbye.
Bye.
Bye bye.